Are you actually good with money? Or are you just good at surviving? Because survival is not wealth. Most people believe they're financially responsible. They don't overspend, they pay bills, they avoid debt, they budget. And because chaos isn't present, they assume progress is happening. But stability is not growth. And here's the first uncomfortable truth. You can feel financially responsible while slowly falling behind. Inflation moves, markets move, opportunities move. You stay still. Self-serving bias tells you, I'm not reckless, I'm not irresponsible, I'm doing fine. But fine is a dangerous word. Fine means no urgency, no acceleration, no strategic discomfort. Let me ask you something that might sting. If your income stopped for 6 months, would your investments carry you? Or would your lifestyle collapse? That pause you just felt? That's awareness. And awareness is uncomfortable. If this makes you uncomfortable, good. Because comfort is the theme of this entire video. Here's the line you need to remember. Survival behavior feels safe. Wealth behavior feels excessive at first. The 1% look extreme to average people. Because average people normalize financial fragility. You've been trained to avoid disaster, not to build dominance. And those are very different games. Here's the trap almost everyone falls into. Income increases. Lifestyle increases with it. New apartment, better car, upgraded subscriptions, more dining out, better vacations. And you justify all of it. I worked for this. I deserve this. I've earned this. And you did. But hedonic adaptation is ruthless. Within months, the upgrade feels normal, then necessary, then baseline, and the raise disappears. Tell me something honestly. If your income doubled tomorrow, would your investments double? Or your expenses? Be honest. The 1% do something that feels wrong to most people. Cap lifestyle growth. They freeze it. They hold it steady while income rises. They widen the gap between earning and spending. That gap is power. And most people close it immediately. Here's the quotable line. The gap between what you earn and what you live on is your freedom margin. But creating that gap feels restrictive. It feels like deprivation. And your brain hates deprivation. So you expand. And expansion feels like success. But expansion without asset growth is illusion. Let's zoom out. 2 people earn $100,000. Person A lives on $95,000. Person B lives on $60,000. 10 years later, Person A upgraded everything. Person B bought assets. Guess who owns their time? Now zoom in. Imagine resisting lifestyle upgrades for 5 straight years. Feels uncomfortable, right? Good, because wealth is delayed ego. Gratification. Not delayed happiness, delayed ego. Stop. Think about the last financial upgrade you made. Was it strategic or emotional? Be honest. You've heard this before. Pay yourself first. But most people misunderstand it. They save what's left. There's rarely much left. Present bias whispers, you worked hard, just enjoy this. You'll invest next month. Next month becomes next quarter. Next quarter becomes next year. And years disappear quietly. Here's the reframe. It's a self-control problem. The 1% do something simple. They remove negotiation, automatic investing, automatic transfers, automatic asset allocation, no decision, no emotion, no willpower required. Because willpower is unreliable. Systems are not. Let me ask you, if investing were legally required, like taxes, would you be wealthier? Of course. So why do you give your impulses authority? Here's the uncomfortable part. Every time you manually decide whether to invest, you're letting your present self vote against your future self. And present self usually wins. That's not lack of intelligence. That's human wiring. The 1% design around wiring. The 99% argue with it. If this makes you uncomfortable, good, because the real enemy isn't income. It's internal negotiation. This one hurts, because it attacks identity. Purchases are signals. Car, clothes, phone, apartment, vacations. You're not buying utility. You're buying perception. Status signaling bias is powerful. It makes you feel visible, valuable, successful. But here's the brutal truth. Looking rich is expensive. Being rich is quiet. The 1% optimize for ownership, equity, cash flow, appreciation, control. They ask one question repeatedly. Does this purchase increase my net worth or decrease it? Not, can I afford this? That's a different question. Most people ask affordability. Wealthy thinkers ask ownership. Controlled mini payoff. The moment you shift from consumer to accumulator, even small investments begin compounding. And compounding is patient, but relentless. Now here's the tension. If you stopped upgrading status, how much capital would you unlock? How many investments are hiding inside your image maintenance? Uncomfortable? Good, because the biggest financial leak is ego. Imagine explaining your biggest monthly expense to your future self at 70. Would they thank you or question you? Now we bring it together. 3 rules. 1. Cap lifestyle growth aggressively. 2. Automate wealth before comfort. 3. Build assets instead of appearances. But tactics are surface level. The deeper shift is identity. The 1% see money as leverage. The 99% see money as lifestyle. Lifestyle consumes. Leverage compounds. Here's the unexpected reframe. Wealth is not about having more money. It's about having more options. And options come from ownership, not income. Income is temporary. Ownership persists. Final escalation. Your future freedom is decided by how often your present self says no. Every unnecessary yes compounds regret. Every disciplined no compounds control. Here's the final quotable line. Wealth is built when your future self has more authority than your present impulses. You don't become the 1% by earning more. Become the 1% by thinking differently about comfort. And if this video exposed something uncomfortable, good, because discomfort is where financial identity upgrades begin. The rest will scroll. The 1% will adjust. Which one are you? Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.